A lot of B2B companies get thousands of website visitors every single month and never really know who most of them are. Analytics show traffic numbers, but it doesn't tell you which companies are actually searching for your product. So this is mainly based on website visitors, and that's where visitor identification tools come in. So I will walk you through how to use Albacross website insight to reveal website visitors and turn that anonymous traffic into actionable B2B leads. Hi, my name is Justin from Lem Reveal, and today we'll be going through Albacross Web Insights for visitor identification. If you run a B2B website and want to know which companies are visiting your pages, even when they don't fill out a form, this walkthrough will just show you the basics. So let's start with what Albacross is. So Albacross is a B2B visitor intelligence platform. It analyzes incoming traffic and attempts to identify the company behind the visit using IP-based matching and enrichment data. So this is how it looks like when you search it on Google. This is just the basic, and this is how it looks like after logging in. So okay, this is how it looks like after logging in. So what you'll need to do is create your account, enter your business information, and after that, it will ask you to insert your tracking, but we skipped that process for now. But if you want to go ahead and use this tool, you can also state that you want to track its metrics and insert the links through WordPress, Google Tag Manager, and other platforms that you feel comfortable and easy to work with. So this tool, like I mentioned, it analyzes traffic using IP-based matching and enrichment data. And instead of seeing anonymous sessions, you start seeing the company names, the industries, the locations, etc. So you see a lot of information that you will definitely need, that your sales team will definitely need. So this doesn't reveal every visitor, but it can uncover a meaningful portion of B2B traffic that would otherwise stay anonymous. So, like I said, it doesn't really cover everything, but it covers most of the things that you might or will definitely want to see. So, as you can see here on the Get Started section, it shows you that we have generated everything that we needed to do your ideal customer profile, the people who we'd want to target on a B2B matrix. So it doesn't target everyone, but targets people who we would like to get in touch with. B2B, let's say people are interested in our products, etc. And we can install a LinkedIn contact finder or and the tracking code that I skipped. So we can also install that. So with that being the case, you can also get their contact information on LinkedIn. Their contact information will appear here and you'll reach out to them in a much more easier way. So with that being the case, you can also integrate this with your tools that you use, let's say your website and your email tool, your LinkedIn, your Slack, your Microsoft, your HubSpot. So you can also connect this with your CRM tools in order to, follow up with the leads much more easier and effectively. So that's one of the things you should take into account as well. So you install the code, which is the very first step, and you must make sure that the code works. So this, see, is like sort of similar to analytic tools, and you have the code on the head of every page on your site that you want to track. Once the script is live, right, this tool will start collecting all the relevant data that's needed. And with that being the case, everything else becomes straightforward. After the traffic starts flowing in, the main dashboard shows identified visitor companies. So you'll just see all the information that you need, like as you can see, website visitors, all visitors. So far there are no visitors, so we won't be able to see any irrelevant information, but you should be able to see information like your company name, industry, location, employee range, and the time they visited your site. So more or the most important thing here is that you can see which pages they viewed, and that's what matters. In order for you to reach out to them, they must visit pages like your prices, pages like your case studies, pages like your services. That way you know that they might turn into a potential lead that will benefit your business. So, with that being the case, you can also switch to outreach mode. That way, you can reach out to the people through emails. As you can see here, you have your prospects, you have your statistics, you have your messages to the people that visited your site. So, it's mostly a situation where you can do everything in one single app or tool. So the purpose here is not just identification, it's intent interpretation. So even if you get the list of people who visit your site, if you don't properly analyze, properly interpret the data in order to reach out to the people who are necessary or the people who will benefit your business in a positive manner, then this tool isn't used to its fullest. So that's something that you should take into consideration. For example, if your company repeatedly visits specific pages like your pricing, your case studies, etc., this may indicate active evaluation, which means that sales teams may use this insight to make outreach make sense and make outreach easier for them. So visitor identification alone isn't enough. So the outreach aspect of it really helps out when it comes to this features or tool. So with outreach, you can reach out to people based on their LinkedIn information, like I've shown you on the previous pages. You can reach out to them through getting access to their contact details or company contact details, depending on how or which details you received from the tool. So that's also something that you should take into consideration before making your outreach. So, the, based on the interpretation, based on the information that you get, you can reach out to the right people with the right offers and the right information instead of just randomly shooting blanks or hoping they would land somewhere. So that's something that you should take into consideration. So for context, we use Lem Reveal, the tool we use ourselves, to track B2B visa identification and get some sales intelligence on it. So this is a tool we use ourselves, Lem Reveal, and I'll just quickly and briefly go through this tool and show you how it works. So firstly, you'll create an account and get logged in. So firstly, you have your dashboard. This is after you've logged in, and there are three simple steps that you could follow, which is adding your website, the name like your website. I'll show you how briefly. Install the tracking pixel on the header of every single page you want to track on your site, and then you will see the matrix of your first visitor depending on the traffic that your website gets. So you'll add your website there, you add your site, and then you add the domain as well. So with that being the case, you add the site, and then it's when it's added, you will go to the pixel setup. You select the site that you need your pixel setup to be set on, and then you will get that pixel code which you'll need to insert on the header of every of every page that you want to track. Then here, your filters, right? You can have your companies, the name of the companies that visit your site, or the people. And here, it's the people. Let's say the people that visit your site, their information will be grabbed, like their email address and setup, and so on. And you can set up an email capture option. You capture their emails based on their visits, and then you can set out your email outreach campaigns, or etc. So you can also have an option where you connect this tool with your CRM tools in order to make outreach for you easier. So, with that being the case, that's all from me. If you need to play around with these tools, have a look around and get a feel of these tools and how they work. And if there are features that you've identified that you'd like us to know, you can always leave that information in the comment section and we'll have a look at that. So you can catch these tools in the link in the description below. That's it from me. I will catch you on the next video.